Hello, hello, hello. This is Queen Mother Speaks, and I am Queen Mother.
Yes.
We are coming to you live from a place called the Radisson
No.
Blue Hotel in Nairobi, Kenya. Listen, and you're coming to Kenya, you got to come to this place. It is one of the finest hotels in Nairobi, Kenya, in
Live.
Upper Hill. We are here today live. Queen Mother Speaks from the Radisson Hotel. Thank you, Radisson, for this. And we're just going to go right ahead with our program. We're very excited. There's a lot going on today. But right now in our studio, I just want you to know that our theme for this season is the only impossible journey is the one that you never take. So all you have to do is get busy and take your journey in order for the journey to happen. You see, when we talk to you about this, we're just reminding you of the New Year's resolution that you made. Go back and look at your New Year's resolution and tie into that. And remember that your life works if you work it. You know, we had a wonderful woman of God by the name of Dr. Johnny Coleman, who wrote this book called It Works If You Work It. So that's the message that Queen Mother want to get to you today. It works if you work it. I want to ask you to please take a moment and hit your like, share, and comment button and invite people to come into the Queen Mother Speak show. Mm. I'd like to say hello to our host, Nana Afua Adezawa, who is working the chat room today. And in a moment, you're going to get to see our co-host. But let me say hello to those tuning in to Queen Mother Speaks. Charles Champ Walker out of Atlanta, Georgia. Eric, Reverend Virginia Miller, Birmingham, Alabama. Radhika Desau, right here in Nairobi, Kenya, tuning in. Daniel Ngugi, who's also here in Nairobi, tuning in. Rakaya, tell us, who's in the Queen Mother Speaks studio today?
Well, today, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we have the distinct pleasure of introducing Janice Wilbourn, she will be talking about Mama. Everybody that knows Janice and Catalina know Mama and her other sisters and siblings. She will be speaking on the powerfulness and queenship of her mom. I will also be speaking on my grandma and my mom, and I believe Queen Dashanaba will be speaking on her mom. So today we're honoring mothers, and
Yes.
we're going to do it in a style that you've never seen before, because here come Janice. Hi, Janice.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing?
We're delighted. We're happy to have you here on the Queen Mother Speak show. And we're coming back to you. We just wanted you to want everybody to see who you are
Yes.
and know who you are. And we'll be coming back in a moment. Okay, let's just go back
Okay.
into the show and talk about some other things that's going to be happening today
Yes.
from the West Coast USA. Thank you to our fans who are tuning in. Grand Rising. You know, they have to get up at 7 a.m. in California in order to watch the Queen Mother Speak show. Thank you. Thank you for getting up and watching the Queen Mother Speak show. Hello to Simkia, tuning in from Hawaii. Simkia just made her 75th birthday. She moved to Hawaii last year because she said she just wanted to be able to walk on the beach and have fresh air. So she moved out of California to Hawaii. Ladies, let's go visit Simkia in
Really?
Hawaii. All
Exactly.
hello to Ernestine in California, Impingo, Councilman Farrell, Red, Adisa, and Kwashi. In San Francisco, we have Tashmia, Nyla, and Hakika and Samantha tuning into the Queen Mother Speak show. Tell me, who is rocking it in your world? Give us the name of the person rocking it in your world so we can bring them live here on the Queen Mother Speak show so they can tell us who they are and what they are doing in the world. We want to remind you to continue to wash your hands, not because the government says so, but because it's the right thing to do, baby. One of the things I loved about pandemic is it gave us the opportunity to go ahead and do things that we know we should do that we weren't doing as much. I love washing my hands as much as I do now. Thank you, pandemic, for that one turn on for Queen Mother Speaks. We want you to know that Queen Mother Speaks is a safe space for information, inspiration, and expression. Bonga Dada Bonga. Bonga Dada Bonga. Bonga Dada Bonga is a new platform for women airing on Thursdays at 7 p.m. All you have to do is click on facebook.com/Bonga Dada Bonga on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. to catch them. I want to say also thank you tuning in to the Honorable Margaret Toyley, who's tuning into the Queen Mother Speak Show, Rose Okala, Maurice Obuyu, and Estelle, all our friends from Kenya that is tuning in. So now, every week we tell you who the Queen Mother Speak Show is. I think by now you know, but I'm just going to take a moment and say again, Queen Mother Speaks is a community platform for wealthy conversations that matter. We also talk to you about expatriating to Africa, and we bring live on the Queen Mother Show youth in Africa from all over the continent of Africa, young people, so you can know what they are doing. You know, we don't think of the young people in Africa as having viable businesses. Queen Mother's here to tell you, yes, they do. Keep tuning into the show, and you can find out who some of them are and exactly the products that they are bringing into the marketplace. So right now, we're going to get ready to go into our what we call our meditation moment. And in our meditation moment, we do a breathing exercise, which lasts for a few minutes, and then we do the daily thought. Rakaya is going to be bringing us the daily thought for today, but right now I want us to do the breathing exercise. So I'm going to ask you to breathe in through your nose. You're going to breathe in to the count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold to the count of 8. And then release slowly, slowly to the count of 10. Are we ready? Let's do it. Breathe in. 1. Hold. Release. We're going to do it again. And I want you to really put yourself into this breathing so that it can calm you. Breathing is the calming effect. Let's get calm as we're going into another part of the Queen Mother Speak Show. Ready? Let's go. Breathe in to the count of 8. Hold and release. Thank you for that. You know, breathing is good for the spirit. Breathing is good for the soul. It also helps to reduce stress. So right now we're going to turn to our affirmation. Coach,
Queen, would you do that? I don't have my notes.
no problem. We'll just go right to it. So we're going to read our affirmation for today. And our affirmation for today is from Daily Thoughts from the Hill. The topic is, Janice, do you have, okay, I am a perfect match for the good I desire. I am a perfect match
Perfect match.
for the good I desire. I am a perfect match
Perfect match for the good that
For
I
the
the
desire.
good
good I
I desire.
desire.
What we are seeking is also seeking us. Energy, you know, is not static. It's in constant motion all the time. Is attracted to an energy like itself. As we allow our thoughts to come into being and come forth into spoken form, they go forth and they seek to validate their truth. They return to us through an experience that matches our spoken words. We see this often in the pattern of our relationships, both in our platonic and our romantic relationships. As we become aware and more aware and more aware of what we're doing to attract the same friends or mate to us over and over again, we can change our energy and we can also change the relationships we attract. I am a perfect match for whatever good
Perfect match.
I desire. And my good comes to me as I put my faith in the words, that I have spoken. Thank you, wisdom, in me, as me, around me, through the Christ within, and so it is.
And so it is.
And so it
Our
is.
scripture for today, the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then full of peace, and is gentle, obedient, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. James 3:17. Our daily thoughts from the hill comes from no other place in the world than the Hillside International Truth Center out of Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Thank you, Hillside. And thank you for that great meditation, Ra. I love Hillside. Okay, so Ra, are you telling me that you don't have your script for today?
No, ma'am.
Thank you very
No,
much. We'll just
ma'am.
keep going. All right. So we're in the month of May. In fact, we are in the last. Today is the 31st. So we're closing out the month of May. And for our Taurus and Gemini birthdays, we do have a few celebrity birthdays in the month of May. Ralph Waldo Emerson, poet, May 25th. Bill Bojangles Robinson, tap dancer. Ladies, do you remember Bill Bojangles?
Yes.
Yes, I
You
heard
remember
of him.
Bill Bojangles, the tap dancer?
Yes,
He
Yes.
yes,
danced with a little girl that was called Shirley Temple.
yes,
Gene
yes.
Tooney, champion boxer. Leslie Uggams, singer.
It's terrible.
John Wayne, actor. Peggy Lee, singer. James Arness. Ooh, I used to love me some James Arness. Isn't that the guy who was on Gunsmoke?
Mm,
Also
I
born in
remember
the month of
Gunsmoke,
May.
but I don't know what those characters' names were.
All right. Philip Michael Thomas, actor, born in the month of May. Hank Williams Jr., country singer. Sally Ride, the first woman to travel in space, also born in the month of May. Wild Bill Hickok. Wow. I
Wow,
remember the name from a child.
exactly.
Vincent Price, actor. Louis Gossett Jr., an actor. Rudolph Giuliani, who at one point was the mayor of New York City. Gladys Knight, the singer. Bob Hope, comedian and actor. John F. Kennedy, President John F. Kennedy, was also born in the month of May. Latoya Jackson, pop singer. Winona Judd, Walt Whitman, Fred Allen, and actress model Brooke Shields, born on today, May 31st. Happy birthday to you, Lady Brooke. Okay, more fans mentions. Sarah and the girls tuning in from Dubai, Dr. Willie Butler, Louisiana, Professor Al Gaskins tuning in from Ohio, Chess and Lila tuning in from New York City. Hey, 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 Cream Mother, want to remind you, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that comment button. We want to take a moment and just thank our guest who was on the show. Now, from last week, I have to tell you, a strange thing happened. We've been having our power go up and down and down and up. So last week we were so ready for a show with you to give you a tribute to the late Jim Brown, our friend, but the internet didn't come up. So we actually had no show last week. So I'm grateful for those of you who are tuning in right now to Queen Mother Speak. Thank you, Nana, for being on our chat room this evening for Queen Mother Speak. So we're going to do Jim Brown, not James Brown, Jim Brown, and we may do James Brown in the month of June. As you know, May represents Mother's Day. So we take the entire month of May and celebrate mothers. We will take the entire month of June and celebrate fathers and father figures. So we'll bring back the tribute to Jim Brown next week during the month of June. Thank you for that. Okay, what we want to say to you about Mother's Day is that it is an occasion in which we celebrate our mothers in various parts of the world. We, ex- we express our love,
Mm.
we express our sentiment, our honor towards our mothers. We talk about the contributions our mothers have made. We acknowledge them for all of the work that they've done. We thank them in their efforts for creating in us a bond with them and a bond with our sisters and brothers. We thank our mothers and all of our mother figures in our society. It is my honor and my pleasure to be speaking to you about our beloved mothers. So right now, we're going to turn the floor over to Coach Rakaya, our co-host, host, and she's going to be talking to you about her mother and her grandmother. I just want to take a moment again and say thank you to the Radisson Blue Hotel in Nairobi, Kenya. You know, we had a conference here in Nairobi, and we're at the hotel. So we didn't get a chance to go into our studio back on the other side of town. So we're right here in the Radisson Blue. It is a fabulous hotel. When you come to Nairobi, talk to Queen Mother. She's going to check you in at the Radisson Blue Hotel in Upper Hill. Thank you again for tuning in. Rob, talk to us about mothers.
Well, a mother's job is never done. And I have had the distinct pleasure of choosing to be born into the life of my granny, um, Hilda Esmeralda Brayton, and my mom, Joyce Esmeralda. Um, Granny is a descendant of slaves who were dropped off in Barbados during the transatlantic slave trade, and her parents left Barbados in pursuit of a livelihood and relocated to Panama, Central America. And her dad worked on the canal. Granny is the eldest of 13. And from Granny, she married my granddad, Clement Brayton, and she begat my mom. My mom is the eldest of six. Six. It's six, but really actually five because my baby uncle drowned when he was 9.
Mm.
Granny raised all 29 grandchildren because my mom was a designer and my aunts were working um and so she was delegated to take care of us while everyone earned their livelihood to take care of the collective. Granny was very nurturing. Granny was very sweet, very, very highly spiritual. I never saw Granny upset or angry. Um, but things changed when my granddad died when I was 3 years old. And then Granny had to fend for herself. And so
We seem to be experiencing a slight delay. Please stay tuned to Queen Mother Speaks.
Granny Granny relocated to the United States, and shortly thereafter, some of us came. Um, we lived with Granny. Uh, Granny raised some of us, and she left an indelible mark on my life because she has been the impetus for my motivation and my tenacity and interest in things that concern our family. So let's understand that Granny was a big figure in all of our lives. Uh should I talk? I'm going to talk about my mom. My mom was a designer, but my mom in high school she typed 110 words per minute.
Wow.
So when my mom came to America, she started working in Avenue of the Americas, designing wedding gowns and stuff. And
Mm.
then one day my mom came home and said that it was a sweatshop and she was no longer going to participate in such activities. And so my mom took a training with Manpower. Remember Manpower?
Yes.
Manpower was an organization that was training uh, African Americans and Caribbean folks in order to establish or create economic parity. And so the government gave manpower millions of dollars, and then that's how she was able to get into the program. And so after the training, my mom got a job with the New York Depository Trust Company in part of the Wall Street gang, uh, as a key punch data
As a
entry,
chief wife?
key punch data entry. And from there, she moved up, and she was a steward for the union, and she was supervisor, and so forth and so on. My mom has is 10 of us. I am the oldest of 10. My mom was highly intelligent. My mom was loving. My mom was engaging, and my mom always demanded that we produce, or that we demonstrate, um, or bring out the goodness in us, but not only the goodness of us, demonstrate the level of intelligence that we possess. Um, Two strong women, um, one totally different. Granny, when you ask Granny questions, she will
Mm-hmm.
answer the question. Um, and my mom, on the other hand, would not. She would tell you some truths are not to be told.
Ah,
So there was, different styles. Um, but with Granny, we could count we could count on Granny getting the secrets. Um, and so that is where I get some of my qualities from.
uh-huh.
They cook. Granny could cook. Um, Granny loved her neighbors. Granny went to church every Sunday. Um, she made sure ensured that we were in church. Uh, my mom did the same. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Granny took care of the kids. Granny was a daycare worker. She was the babysitter of the neighborhood. So all the family members brought the kids to Granny. So Granny, to me, Granny was the gatekeeper, and Granny taught us how to care for others. Because when the kids were calm and their hair needed to be combed or they needed a bath, we were the ones that assisted Granny in taking care of the kids.
Uh-huh.
So I suppose that is where I get my nurturing side from, and my caring for children, my interest in children. And my mom is still living, thank
Okay.
God. She lives in the Poconos now,
Ah.
and my mom is doing well. She's 88. She still has her faculties, and thank God.
Mm-hmm.
And so, happy Mother's Day, Heavenly Mother's Day to Granny, and blessed Mother's Day to my mom. And may God continue to bless her and protect her and grant her perfect health.
Very well. Ron, will you share with us, please, one very, share with us one of your happy memories from your grandmother and one of your happy memories from your mother.
Uh, uh, I had several happy memories, but one of the memories is that Granny, we always sat and chopped it up. You could always sit with Granny, and she would fill you in of the family history. And this is why I know what I know about the family. A
Mm.
happy memory with my mom is when we all traveled back to Panama in 1998, and we were all honored and celebrated in Panama. because we were one of the first generations to ever return with that many family members. I believe it was over, excuse me,
Bless
70 of
you.
us
Mm,
that went on the family reunion. And we were published in the newspaper, and everybody knows my family in Panama. Everybody knows that most of us packed up and left, migrated to Brooklyn.
mhm. Is there
Yeah.
any story behind your grandmother's name,
Um, you know,
or who was she
um,
named after?
I am Hilda is a German name. Esmeralda, I believe there is a clue because um my mom's middle name is Esmeralda, and then my aunt's name is Isabella, and so I'm believing that we're going to prayerfully we'll be going to Barbados. We'll be going to Barbados next year, and I believe that grandma's family side will be able to fill in additional clues,
Hmm.
and then I am hoping that I will know exactly what part of Africa we were taken from,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll be able to. I'm still in pursuit of seeking and dissecting that information, but I
Well,
am
you do
almost.
know you can get a DNA test. You can,
Esmeralda is an emerald. Esmeralda is a stone.
okay.
But there were also ships named Esmeralda and Isabella,
Uh-huh.
and that's why it triggers me
Hmm.
to think that there's something more to the names.
Hmm.
But I'll be able to tell you guys more next year, God
Okay,
willing.
very well. I found it interesting with us and our names, and where they come from or why we would name certain things sometime. And I just wondered with mom and grandmom if there were any background to their names. For example, one of my sisters had a baby and she took her first name and the husband's last name and put them together. I mean, her first name, the husband's first name, put them together to create her name, which is Belle Keys. So it's really, it wasn't a name at all. They just took syllables out of their own name to make up her name, which is Belle Keys, and we call her Princess Belle Keys.
Wow.
So there's usually some stories behind the names. Once again, ladies and thank you, Rob. We'll be back to you. I just want to say to our listening audience, this is Queen Mother Speaks. We thank you for tuning in. Hello to you, Nana, in the chat room. Thank you for keeping up with our varied conversations that's going on in the chat room. Now
Hi, Nana.
we're going to take our attention to another guest in the studio. But before we do that, I just want to do this before we bring
Todo este parte de un plan. Esto es matarte con flow animal. Esto es para comerte este pan. Muévete al ritmo del bam, bidi bam. Bam, bidi bam, bidi bidi bam, bam.
All right. Listen, we're going to bring our guest on in the studio, ladies and gentlemen, right here, right now. And in the Queen Mother Speak studio is the one and only Wilbourn sisters. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being in the Queen Mother Speak studio. And I look forward to having you in Nairobi, Kenya. Once again, we want to say hello to the Radisson Hotel Upper Hill, which is where we're broadcasting the show from today. I was in attendance at a disability conference for 3 days. And I'm telling you, that conference is so full about what young people are doing to create products in the digital world for people with disability. Y'all, I've been crying it all 3 days. I've been feeling like Christmas morning. You know when you go downstairs on Christmas and you see your toys and you're just excited? That's the excitement that I've had at this conference. It felt like all of these vendors who's making all of these new products for people with disability. So every vendor is like a new discovery, a new product, a new item. We'll talk about that again later. But welcome my sister, myself, to the Queen Mother Speak studio. Please, Carolyn, say hello. Janice said hello earlier.
Hello, Dr. Queen Mother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, many of you may not know this word, but I'm going to put it out there anyway. A spoon. A spoon. Goon. Carolyn is my sweetheart friend. She is my sister myself. And I'm so happy to have you on the show today. And Janet, you know I love you with a... Listen, when I saw the work that you did in Otha's home, you grew 20 feet for me. Because that
You
was
what
my
now?
first... When I got a chance to visit Otha's home, and I saw the beautiful work what you had done at her home, you grew 20 feet for me.
I thank you, girl. I know it. It's amazing.
I'm so proud of that work, and I could just, all of the beautiful things that you brought together in that home. And I don't know, I just loved it, and I love it, and I love you, and I'm glad that you're here. We're in the month of May, and in the month of May, we celebrate mothers. So
Yes,
Carolyn and
yes. We're
Janice is
grateful
here
to be here.
to tell you some things about Queen Mother Elisabeth Wilbourn Williamson. Ladies, you have the floor.
Thank you for having us. I think
Yes.
I'm on the screen twice. Do you all see me 2 times or 1?
One.
Okay, good. All right. Well, Carolyn, good morning to you. It's good to see you.
Good to be seen.
I know it. Yes. Good morning, everybody. You want to go first, Carol? I always have to
Well, I'm
my
just
elders.
grateful to be here, Josh.
I'm the
And
baby.
you said I'm one of your favorite people. You're one of my favorite people as well. And
I always
but I'm
have
so
been.
grateful you got a chance to meet our
Not
mother.
ready to eat.
And like she
Thank you.
uh,
Mm.
she was an icon. She's of those women that if you were in her presence, she felt that she able to relate, and she didn't see a stranger. So you were one
Why
of her
you
daughters as
serious, man?
well. She just didn't burn you. The kind of mother that I had was the kind that allowed you to blossom to the fullest. She wanted the
Thank
best to
you.
come out in you because it was a part of her that she was living vicariously through us. Because she would always say, girl, you all are so sharp. And that's the kind of, and she was like, I love it. I love it. So she would always encourage me to design and to go and to do and to be. So with a mother like that, then you can't help but be excited and be successful. Because I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna go. That's how she said, go. So she encouraged us to live with passion. And she had 7 daughters and was a single mother. So she worked from sun up to sundown. I think we got that workaholic gene in us from her, but she was a little powerhouse. Just, just strong-willed and determined to succeed against the odds. And I'm so grateful that I was able to get
That
that,
queen mother.
Yeah.
from her. And just when I think about how grateful I am, I can just tear up right now. But she was that one. She was that one, and she would always give me words of wisdom. Something that I remember Mama would say would be like, God's got it. Go for it, Carol. Do what, you can go wherever and do whatever. She would always encourage me to do that. And then Janice and I, sisters, but one of the things I remember, she would tell us that whatever we do, always stay together. as a
Mm-hmm.
family. She didn't ever
Mm-hmm.
want us to separate because
Yeah.
she knew the power that we had, both of us, the
Mm-hmm.
Wilbourn sisters. It's seven of us, but Janice and I are the last two, and we've been in business together for about 43 years. And if anything came up in us, that I would remember what Mama say: stay together, Carol, pray together, forgive, forgive, forgive. So she reminded us that life wasn't going to be perfect, but if we put God first, and if we were to just fast from fear, she would always say, and feast on God's promises. So that was the biggest thing that she gave to us, to remember that God is in charge of our lives, and that
Mm-hmm.
we are to just relax and live,
Mm.
and to do and to be of service to humankind. So I'm grateful
Yeah.
for that.
Wow. Let me ask you, I know you ladies have very happy memories with your mom because we do. And I just want to say to the world, and if you see tears on my face, it's okay. It's just tears of joy and love. I want you to know, I want all of you tuning into the Queen Mother Speak Show to know, all right, that Mama Wilbourn, she was all of our mama. She was all of our mama.
Yep.
We could put our head on her chest. We could cry in her lap. She'd hug you. She'd tell you if you were looking good.
That
And she'd
Mm-hmm.
tell
that
you if you needed a string needed to be pulled off your dress. She said, "Come here, baby," and then you just remove it, and you don't even know what she did. She said, "Okay, go, bye, bye."
that
She
was
was
my
That was
all of
that.
our mother,
Yeah. I'll
and
always cherish
we
that too.
all flocked over to the Wilbourns' house, not only because we all wanted another piece of beautiful fabric that they had taken and made into a gorgeous outfit. We just wanted a chance to be in the presence of mother. And you ladies opened up your doors for that, allowed us to come in. And so when I announced that we were going to have you here, I can't begin to tell you the messages and the calls that I got saying, "Ooh, tell them we love her. We miss her. We love her. We miss her. We love you." So people
Thank
who
you.
I don't even hear from send a message saying, "Tell Carolyn and Janice I say hi." They don't even put their name on the message.
Thank you. Thank
yep,
you. Thank you.
yep.
Yeah.
So I want you to know
Queen,
that you have a world of listeners and viewers. Yes, Coach.
I want to add that Mama was accepting. She, she exuded and demonstrated agape love. Mama was about love,
Mm-hmm.
and Carolina and Janice also demonstrates that with everything that they do. It's about love. It's about
Thank you.
unity and community. And Mama was very loving to everybody. So I'm glad that I got to meet Mama.
I
Hey,
know one
Rocky.
thing. Yes, yes, yes. One thing I can say by
She's
being
one of
right
the,
here in the shop every day,
yeah,
her
yeah,
spirit lives
yeah.
on. Her spirit
Well,
lives with us today.
yeah. Is there a story behind Mother's name?
Queen Mother, the reason I call her Queen Mother because she will always be my queen.
I mean,
She
the
will
Elizabeth
always
name. Like,
be
was she named after somebody in the family, or?
Was she? Well,
our
they used to.
grandmother.
They called Mama Polly.
Yeah, her
She had
nickname
a
was
play
Polly.
name. She had a nickname, Polly,
Mhm,
because
mhm,
Um,
she said her mother said she talked all the time. The parrot Polly want a cracker.
mhm,
The parrot. So
uh-huh.
they
Polly
named,
wanted a cracker.
yeah, they named Mama Polly, but yeah, Elizabeth. Really remembering how she got that name, but that's what I remember, Polly.
It's a
Okay.
biblical name. It's definitely a biblical name. One thing Mama
Mhm,
named, her name was biblical, and then she had three children she
mhm,
named biblically too: Mary,
mhm,
Martha, and Ruth. Three of her
mhm, mhm,
daughters with biblical names, and
mhm,
then her name was Elizabeth.
mhm.
So I think she was definitely a woman of God. She definitely
Hallelujah.
loved the Lord, and she raised us up to do the same.
Ah.
Was she
Yeah, so
named?
that was one good thing I definitely would never forget.
Mm.
Was she
But this,
named
Another.
me Carol? And Carol means a song of joy. So my name means a song of joy. So that's one of the reasons I feel that I am as joyful as I am, because of That's in my name, and she knew it.
Oh yeah. And nice is in my name, so that's probably why I'm nice to everybody.
I see. I
Janice.
see. I see. I see.
Yeah, but yeah. But this picture right here, you all look. This picture, my mother gave us this $10 bill when we started our business in Lithia Springs.
Okay.
Yeah, so she made her transition in 2009. So this $10 bill has been in this frame at least 15, 20 years, almost. About 15 years at least. Yeah, but this here in the museum, so we have a fashion museum is what we've created here in downtown Atlanta. Sewing and fashion museum and boutique. I'm in the Legacy Lounge over here. Yes, but
Carolina,
Yes,
Carolina, share with
yes.
us one of your happy memories. Share with us whatever it may be. Share with us one of your fondest or happiest memories with mom.
My
And I know
mother
you
would
got many.
my mother would go to Essence. My mother would go to Essence with us.
oh yeah.
And we loved Mama going to Essence with us because she got to see the world accepting her daughters and our creativity. So she would sit in our booth and everybody would come around, and I loved her being there because she can talk a rat into buying something. So she'll tell the people, "Oh, you look good in that. Oh, you look good in that." And they, "Oh, do I look good? Yeah, you need to get that." So
She would always tell us to do it, Jan. Do it, Jan. You can do it.
helped to increase our sales all the time. So, and but one of the times though the time that she passed, we were actually preparing to go to Essence Music Festival in New Orleans, and she came to Atlanta that Tuesday, and we left on Thursday. But when we got ready to go, she spent the night at Janice's house, and unfortunately, she didn't wake up that morning. But she was ready to go. Girl, she was like, "Get in the car, get in the car." So she was always ready to go. When we went, we had to go on to Essence without her, but of course her spirit with us. And we would tell people, they were like, "Where's your mama? Where's your mama? Where's your mama?" We would tell them that she just passed. They would bust out crying, grown men, grown women. They would just bust out crying. So she left a legacy of love, wherever she would go. And she was really my best friend because I could call it middle of the night, and I would call Mama, like I lived in Europe, and I would call Mama about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, her time. And so she's like, "Carolyn, I knew it was you. I knew it was you." I said, "Well, yeah." She said, "What's going on?" I said, "Well, Mama, tell me this. How did you manage not to go crazy, raising 7 daughters?" I said, "I don't even have
one son.
children.
Don't leave my brother out."
I didn't even have any children. And sometimes I be wondering." She said, "Well, Carol, you remember when?" She said, "You remember when I would be still sewing and I would be singing?" And she said, "That is when I would be leaning on the Lord." So Josh, she would just break out in a song. Leaning on the everlasting arms. What a fellowship.
All right now.
Divine. Leaning. So that's what she said. When we go to the trials and everything, just lean on the Lord.
So I
Just give it
always
to the
tear
Lord.
it
So
to
that's
all the
one of my
time.
favorite memories.
Her favorite scripture was to train up your children the way they should go. That was one of her favorite scriptures. She would always pray, and I always put God ahead.
And the rest of that scripture is because when they're old, they will not depart from it.
Exactly.
Right.
So she has done well in that. So we'll always share that.
Yeah, you ladies are living by the principles that Mom have taught you.
Yes.
I have seen it. I have seen whether we're in church, on the way to church, sitting in the
Yes.
car after church, getting ready to go to a party. We've even been out on the road. I've been on the road with you with some of your ventures and promoting the product. And then I see the love with you that mom gave you, that glue sticking together. And I used to
Yes.
say to my, you used to make me want to be closer and more with my sister. You know, I
Yeah.
have a tendency to live far away. All right. But the love that I saw amongst you and with you and through you, it made me want to also love on my family and my sisters more.
Let's see, where is the sewing machine?
Indeed. Beginning,
Uh-huh.
let me just put some comments here. Okay,
Huh?
we're just telling the other viewers to, you know, how to tune in and follow. Okay, and if you, Janice, would give your website or a phone number, people who want to find out more about Wilbourn Sisters
Okay, bird,
Designs,
y'all too
we'll
noisy.
post it on the website and we'll post it in the comment section here today.
I'm sorry. You talking to me, Doc?
Yes, I was saying, let me have your website phone number that we can put
Okay,
in
the
the chat.
website, yeah, you can find us. Yeah, you can definitely visit our website at wilbournsistersdesigns.com. And yeah, definitely, and also online on Instagram and Facebook. Okay, the birds in the background are greeting you all. You all, you hear my little parakeets?
Ah,
That they are talking in the background. Listen at them. They are wanting to let you know that all of our ancestors are loving this. They are definitely here in the spirit. And
hallelujah.
they definitely love the idea that we are talking with them. And they are really chattering in the background if you don't hear me. But they stopped because I'm letting you know that I'm acknowledging them. But
All
anyway,
right.
they're right here behind me. I must let you
All
see them.
right.
Okay, because right here, our legacy is what we're living here. We are actually living legends. We're living
Yes.
legends, and we are here to make a difference. Okay, right behind me here in the Legacy Lounge is my bird cage. This is the newest
Mhm.
addition in our business. We're introducing love and happiness to the world here. And when you follow
Uh-huh.
us online, you will see out the story how they happen to come into our lives.
Uh-huh.
But yes, right here in the Legacy Lounge is what we're all about. This is the fashion museum is what we're creating here in the Legacy Lounge. Carol and I have been around a long time together. So here in the Legacy Lounge, we're creating the history. We're putting everything on display, everything that God has done in our lives. You know, it's all about beauty and it's all about fashion and it's all about love and all about peace and happiness and everything. So over here on this side is our clothing boutique. This is where we actually house our designs and our studio and everything is here on display downtown Atlanta on Peachtree Street. But we are extremely grateful and so blessed to be here, to be a to be a light, to be a light in the world, you know, to
Yes,
showcase
you
who
are a light
God
in the
is
world.
through us. And right over in here is our sewing factory. My mother, she instilled in us this trade of sewing. So of
Mhm.
course, our mission now is to teach and to pass it on to this next generation of seamstresses and clothing designers.
Unmute, Janice. Unmute. 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 We can't hear. We can't hear. Unmute. Let
Okay,
me send you a
guys.
message. There we go. Thank you.
So all
Thank
of
you.
that, you didn't hear any of that.
Mhm.
Okay. It's
Okay.
all good.
All right. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's
You
all
know,
good. But we're here in the
yeah,
Legacy Lounge. But back to you all.
yes. You know, we are born of love, and love is, in fact, our mother. When you look
Yes.
into your mother's eyes, you
Yes.
know that this is the
Mm-hmm.
purest love that you can find on this earth. And I
Exactly.
did have
Thank
the
you.
pleasure, I did have the pleasure of getting a chance to look into the eyes of Mama Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had the pleasure
Thank you,
to
Doc. I
to
didn't get
look
to
into her.
personally thank you though.
Yes.
I didn't get to personally
Yes.
thank you for coming to the Essence Festival the day that our mother went in her sleep
Yes.
that night.
Yes.
You and
Yep.
the Natalie
Yep.
actually came along with us to be a part
Mm-hmm.
and to be there
Yes.
for us. And I would like to personally thank you for being there for
Mm.
us.
Oh,
And
I'm
I will
so
never
glad
forget that.
girl, listen. Anytime anybody get to hang out with the Wilbourn sisters, everyone can visit the shop. But when you
It's a
get a chance
treat.
to hang out with the Wilbourn sisters, it
Yeah,
is
thank you
a
so much.
show
Lord
in
have mercy.
itself.
I got to share this one plant with you all. Look, this plant right here,
Okay?
it's
We'd love to
21
see
years
it, yes.
old, and we call it the ancestor tree. So every time I water it and I call on an ancestor.
Uh-huh.
So it's got strong leaves. It's been growing at least going on 22 years now.
Ah.
These leaves has been strong. So we're standing on our
Mm.
ancestors' shoulders. You know?
Mm. 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 Wow.
But God is so good. Father, we thank you in the name of Jesus Christ for Dashanaba and all of everyone around the world that's looking and listening. Father, we thank you, Holy Spirit. Lord Jesus, yes. Mama, we
Yes.
thank you. Mothers all over the world, we thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank
Yeah,
you for the
and
goodness
yes,
of joy
we
you
do
I
made
have
have
in our
something to say.
lives.
I have something to say.
go
Yes,
right
Lord.
ahead.
Um,
Thank you, Holy Spirit. Yes.
although Carolina and Janice don't have children, they have
Yes.
mothered a lot of young ladies in the
Thank
community,
you.
wherever
Yes.
they've been. I know that they trained some of my nieces and my three girls, uh,
Yes.
Nadia and Zinga and Amina. They taught them how to model. They
Wow.
give, they give, and I believe that they don't get all the credit that they deserve because they have been a pivotal, uh, very critical, played a role within the community wherever they find themselves. They
Mm-hmm.
donate clothes. They give to the homeless shelter woman. Catalina, you know what you do. Tell the folks. They're always involved, and they are, in my eyes, they are aunties and mothers of the
Thank you.
extended village. So
Yes.
happy Mother's Day to you too.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
well,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Yes. Thank you.
yes,
That is a blessing. Yes. We
yes.
are definitely mother figures in the earth.
Yes,
And that is what our prayer is that we touch
yes.
people's lives,
Mhm.
young people especially.
Mm.
As a matter of
Mm.
fact, I have three little young ladies coming to you this summer.
Oh, good. Good,
Ah,
good, good.
So
We are here
I'm
to
telling
serve and
you
to
that
be able to.
it's that's what we need now. It's time for us to lay foundation on that which we have learned to others.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So
That's good.
that's
That's
our
so.
role.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me say
Well, I've
something.
dedicated my
Let
life
me
for
say,
the rest of my life to be of service in a way
I
that
would
yes,
is
like to say
pleasing to
something,
God.
Janice.
yes. And you know, I've seen you and your service in action. And
Thank you so
Carolina, I
much.
have to tell you that during the pandemic, when we were on the phone, we didn't talk as much as I wanted us to. But when we did, there was a couple things you did during the pandemic that you don't know, honey, how you blessed my heart. When you made those masks to match the outfits.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
I know it, girl. We made masks, outfits, and shoes to match.
That's yeah, that's the part of a costume, a full costume. How you
Oh
gonna
my
be
God, fully
dressed up?
costume.
How you gonna be
Mhm.
dressed up and then you got a different color something on your face? We dress all inclusive. We just all inclusive. But
From
Jackie, I
head to
would like to
toe now.
show y'all one last thing that this guy made before for me. Okay, would you like to
Uh-huh.
see something fantastic?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Okay, I have a friend who's an artist. Matter of fact, my birthday is coming up on Friday. It's my
Uh-huh.
Yes,
birthday.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, June 2nd.
June
Eh, eh,
2nd
eh.
is my birthday. And this guy I met, he's like a brother that I didn't have. And his birthday is the same day. But look at this picture of what he did out of carpet. Look at this.
Wow. He did
Oh
it
my
out of
God.
what?
That
Carpet.
is carpet.
Carpet, Carolyn. That's a rug?
Yep. That's a
Oh my
painting.
God, that's bad. That needs to be hanging on the wall.
It is
You
gonna
got
be
it
on
on
the
the
wall,
wall?
Janice. I'm just showing you.
Wow, that's
Ooh, I
beautiful.
want him to make my Queen Mother Speaks logo.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's what I'll do. His name is Gary Banks, and he is fabulous. And I just wanted to share that with you all. But yes, I remember another thing, Josh, that Mama would tell us. One last thing I'm gonna say. Mama would say that when your children are young, they're on
Mm.
your lap.
Mhm.
But when they get older, on your heart. One
Your heart.
thing, others out there, let's continue to find it. God gave a gift. And that if we come back to God, He truly take care of them. So that was the final thing that came up as she was reminding. Always just, be reminded that God has got it. God got this stuff.
Mhm. And let me just take a moment and apologize for the noise in the background. As stated, Queen Mother Speaks is at the Disability Conference that's still going
Right.
on at the fabulous Radisson Blue Hotel in Upper Hill, Nairobi, Kenya. And they're
And
just going around and talking and making their signs and doing things that they do. But I didn't think I'd have enough time to leave here and be set up. So I made the decision to just stay here. So please again forgive
Yeah.
what we're gonna say, the external noise in the background, but it's all good.
It's all
It's
good.
all good.
Evidently, we need to hear it.
We,
It's all good.
Queen,
love. We're about as close to Kenya as we're gonna get
Queen,
right
my
now. So that's
birthday,
wonderful.
my birthday's June 12th. Catalina and I, Gemini.
Gemini's in the house. This is the month of Gemini's, huh? But you all over in this area here, I was
Yes.
just showing you all, this is the newest edition also in the Wilbourn studio. Since we're into fashion so deeply, we've also added hair pieces. That's one thing our mother instilled in us. Whatever it is we want to do, we do it. Do it all the way, fully. So, of course, we're not only dressing you in your clothing, we're dressing you from head to toe now. We can do the hair for you. We'll bring you the wig pieces in. So, of course, we ended up going into the wig business, too, because it's all about beauty from within at first, but it definitely goes from out. So you can add hair pieces, too, to your line now, to what it is you want. Right here at Wilbourn Sister Design. It's always about fashion and beauty.
Well, there is one thing about time. Time comes and time goes. We just
Yes,
move
it does.
along with the flow. Ladies, we're about 2 minutes away from the end of the show. I
Okay.
just want to take a moment and give some credits here. Next week on the show, we will have a gentleman from Uganda who is a father who will talk to us about his fatherhood. And we're also going to be giving a tribute on next week to the one and only, the famous, celebritized Jim Brown. If you get a
Yeah.
chance to put together for Tina and for Harry Belafonte, since they all decided to be promoted to glory around the same time, perhaps we can get them all in on next week. So tune in to Queen Mother Speaks next week for that tribute. I guarantee you it is going to be special. We want to give our credits today, and Wilbourn Sisters, whether you know it or not, Queen Mother Speaks never come on air without giving credit to the
True.
Wilbourn Sisters for her Wakanda crown and all of the wonderful fashions that Queen Mother wear. Listen, after the broadcast tonight here at the hotel is a huge dinner gathering. I will be wearing my Wilbourn
Uh-oh.
tie
All right.
tonight. I will take a picture and send it to
Post
you
pictures, yeah.
so that we
Good.
can see. And when people ask about it or they ask about the clothes, I tell them it's a Wilbourn. And
Wilbourn
every woman
Sisters
has to have at
Design.
least one. At
Yes.
least one.
Yes.
So if
Thanks
you
for
don't have
introducing us
one,
to
if you
Isis.
don't have one, that means you ain't been to the shop or you ain't been online. So
Right.
no conversation because you're not gonna get mine.
Right. Yeah, thanks for inviting us to to meet the lady Isis. I did speak with her. So I hope to be
Okay,
coming to
great.
Africa.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
ISIS is doing a big show here in Kenya in October.
Right.
And if I can have my way, oh wait, she says somebody's notification is off. I see that they're online. See.
It would be great if we could go, Carol. You want to go to Africa?
Yeah, but I want you to think about it. The other thing I wanted to say to you ladies is to go ahead and start putting your passports in place.
We already have passports. So yeah,
Okay, and go ahead and make application. Well, once you've decided that you're coming with your visas, because I'm told even Kenya it's taking 2 to 3 months to get a visa.
Okay, visa.
When normally it can take, a few days or a week. But they're
you have
telling us
passport
now.
and the visa. You
Pardon?
have passport and visa to come.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Okay.
You need both. You need both.
Okay.
Right, and
And
the passport has to be
and
more than 6 weeks old.
go online and check and see what shots you're gonna need.
Yeah, you definitely need some shots.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna need the one for to prevent malaria and for the water.
Okay.
And so just check up the Kenya, the USA Embassy, put in Kenya, and then the criteria will come up to tell you what you have to do.
What you have to do. Okay. Yeah.
You can also check,
Thank you.
check your travel clinics.
Okay.
You do have something called travel clinics in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and they have the most
exactly what it
updated
is.
information
Okay.
that you can have. We no longer take the malaria shots. We only do malaria pills. And since Kenya does not have a bad malaria problem like West Africa, in Ghana you have to take malaria tablets. In Kenya, I don't take them anymore.
I know that anyway.
But since they have never been here, I would want them to come and take them. But I want them to do the oral versus some kind of shot.
Yeah, I'd rather do oral than shots.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. We're going to end the show as we always do by sending love in the world, because we know that love is the most powerful force in the universe. And the way we do that, we start with our left hand and we throw a kiss. Wait. We're going to do it together. Then we're going to do it all together.
Okay.
Wait a minute. We start with the left, we do the right, and then we do both hands. And when you send out that love, please do it from your heart. Please do it from your heart. Are we ready? Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right, with the left hand. Come on. The right hand.
I love you all.
And both hands. Thank you. This is Queen Mother. This Mother Speaks every Wednesday live at 5 p.m. Kenya time, 10 a.m. New York time, 7 a.m. California time. Tune in next week. We thank you. We love you. It's a
Bye-bye.
beautiful
Love
day.
you.
Oh, it's so
Thank you,
wonderful.
Love y'all.